Hey everybody, it's Joshua, your Saturday guy here on FTM Transformers, and this week we are talking about depression. I am not depressed right now, but I'm diagnosed with depression. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and I was really depressed a lot, like every day, all the time. I was really depressed my freshman year and last year until I got on testosterone, and then it started. I was still depressed, but I wasn't really depressed, and so being on T helped. And then I still do get depressed, but I don't get depressed as much as I used to, and I'm a lot better at dealing with it now. Before, when I was depressed, I would just I would cry, and I would leave myself, I would separate myself from everybody else, and I would just sleep, and I wouldn't want to talk to anybody, and I wouldn't do schoolwork. I would tell my mom I was doing schoolwork until 1 in the morning when I was really just online and chatting with people on a transgender chat site. And I would be waking up at 5 in the morning to get online to chat with my friends because I didn't want to be part of a cisgendered community. If I was going to talk to anybody, I only wanted to talk to trans people. And if they weren't trans, I was separating myself from them, because I felt that was what I needed to do to make my depression go away. And then I would sleep in class and stuff, and I would get sick a lot. Actually, ever since I was born. I don't know if it was since I was born or since I was 2 months old and had a bunch of seizures. But at some point in my very early childhood, when I was 2 months old, I would be getting sick a lot, and I would throw up. And every time I go on road trips or anything, I usually throw up. I've been a lot better lately, but I couldn't go anywhere without throwing up, either in the car or there, wherever we were going. So that was from my anxiety and from my depression. So, yeah, depression sucks. A lot of people will say they are depressed when really they are just sad. I'm not saying that everybody who says they're depressed is really just sad. There are a lot of people who are depressed, but there are some people who like to say they're depressed when they're just sad. Specifically, some kids in teenagers, sometimes when they're trying for attention and whatnot. But then it's yeah, you're sad, but then you get to another point. This is kind of like what Michael said, is you get to a lower point, and then you're I'm depressed now. So depression is it's an ongoing thing. It doesn't, it can go on and off a lot, but it's doesn't always go away forever. Like, when you're sad, it can go away. But when you're depressed, it just hides itself. And then something happens and it's right at the forefront again. So, depression is it's like an ongoing, deep sadness. Like, it's a step from sadness, and it's a big step, and it causes a lot of crap. For me, that and anxiety caused social anxiety, because large groups of people can make me depressed. If the large group of people is cis people, because I see them and I wish that I was born like them. When it's trans people, I don't get depressed because I realize we're all in this together and we're all going through the same thing. But when it's cis people, it's like, you were just given the privilege of a right body and I wasn't. So I get jealous, I get anxious, and I get depressed. So yeah. Tips for dealing with depression. Therapy. I mean, a lot of people are against therapy, but it really does help. Having somebody to talk to outside of your family is a really good thing to have. And especially therapists, because it's against the law for them to tell your parents what you said, unless it's something like you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt somebody else. I don't remember what the other one was. But there's 3 things that if you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt somebody else. Or I guess if you tell them that I don't know, there was something else. But anyway, so therapy is a really good solution. And if you can't afford a therapist, like a family friend that's an adult. Teenagers are okay to help, I guess, but you really need an adult who can be there for you, kind of like talk to you. That's always a good idea. So, like a family friend, a therapist, a teacher, a guidance counselor, anybody who you feel safe talking to. And my time is about to run out on my iPad, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.